Hello. So I hope that you can understand me. I'm just getting over having the flu. My son and I both got it for Thanksgiving. So that's where I've been. I've been a little under the weather. I haven't had a voice. Finally have my voice back. You guys have been very adamant about wanting another read on the Idaho 4. I was planning on going a different direction this reading, but that's what you guys want, so that's what I'll give you. There's a lot out there. I'm sure a lot of it is misinformation. A lot of it is speculation. So coming in now with another reading, it's a little difficult to figure out where to start. So I'm going to start with this article from CNN that came out at 4:48 p.m. today, so about 6 hours ago. It's 6:30 here now. And it says, investigators have quality leads in the killings of 4 students, Idaho police spokesperson says. What can we know about those leads? The sun. The sun upright, the 2 of swords reverse. So they know it's time to make a move. They know they have to make some kind of, they got lucky somehow. Okay, so in terms of the police, they feel like they have they feel like they've turned the light on in a dark room, so to speak, okay? And they know that they're getting a lot of pressure from outside, everyone, that they need to make some kind of move soon. And they feel like they got lucky because they were just given this move in some sense. What else can we know about that move? What kind of move will the police be making? The Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So that's about the lost opportunity, essentially feeling like they should be further along than they are right now, especially with the pressure that's recently coming from one of the families, and rightfully so. More power to that father. I think that's amazing what he's doing. 6 of Cups in reverse. So it's the police were too focused on a lead that did not pan out to be anything, but now they feel like they're on to something. They were gifted some kind of look at this, or they discovered it on their own, but the light is now on in a room that they were not previously looking at because they were too focused on something else. And that's what the holdup was initially. It's because they were trying to push some kind of theory or some kind of, they were going down some avenue that was leading to a dead end, and they weren't listening to the warnings that was leading them to a dead end. So now that they realized that is a dead end, they were more open-minded to focus on something else, and that helped them get lucky. What else can we know about whatever? I want to know more about this. What is getting them feeling like they got lucky? Something's telling me to use these cards for this one. Hold on. I'll use the whole deck in minutes. Okay. Ritual, neighborhood, and witness. So I asked, what did the police stumble on or come into knowing of that made them feel like they're going to have a move to make soon? And we got, in order, we got ritual, neighborhood, witness. Okay, let's dig a little bit more into that with these cards. Knight of Swords and 7 of Swords reverse. Somebody saw something. Somebody saw something. and is now coming forward. This person I want to know why this person didn't come forward at first, if this is somebody that saw something. Page of Swords in reverse. They were doubting themselves. So somebody saw something, but they weren't sure what they saw at first. But after some kind of information came out, then they realized what they had seen. And they called in some kind of a tip. That's why, like, in the beginning, when a lot of information wasn't coming out, that's why it took so long for this person to come forward, because it took a certain amount of information to be made available for this person to realize what they had seen and call it in. Yeah, the Seven of Swords is like guilty conscious kind of, and it's also like getting caught, like, and also regret. So it's like this person regrets not coming forward sooner. This person might not even realize that they are this, like, this lucky charm for the police. Like, they might not realize the weight of what they had given the police. They might have kept it cool and been like, okay, thanks, we'll look into it. But knowing that was like, now we have something. Now we have something solid is what I'm hearing. Now we have something solid. It's pretty solid. Now we have something solid. Something along those lines. Okay, I want to take this in. Okay, now that we have like a little bit of a background here. The police got some kind of information from someone who saw something but didn't realize, or doesn't still realize, what they had seen, but they called it in anyway after a certain amount of information had come out, and they realized this might be important, maybe not, but I'm going to call anyway. Or it could be that they called this in right away, but the police were focused on something else and didn't really get around to piecing this clue into the right piece of the puzzle yet. One of those. All right. I want to know about the boy. Now I'm blanking on his name. Jake. The one who may or may not be in Africa. That's the obvious elephant in the room here, so let's address it. What can we know about his current energy? Six of Swords in reverse. One of the words on the card is literally running away. I'm actually going to read you all the words on the card because that just explains it for itself. Returning to trouble or unable to move on. Running away. Trapped. And stuck in turmoil. I also pulled the Seven of Cups, which is about choices, and the Nine of Cups, which is about fulfillment. So right now, Jake, his name Jake, the one that may or may not be in Africa, I'm going to say he's probably, if he's not physically somewhere else, then he's mentally running away. But be it that we asked about him going to Africa, I'm going to, if it feels more like, yes, he's literally running away, physically running away from the situation. It's not the best move to be making in the long run. But in the short run, he somehow convinced his parents or something that this was a good idea. I want to know more about this Nine of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. So he has the means to be able to get away, so therefore he thinks that that explains him going away. Well, I can go away, so why not? Why would I not be able to go away if I can afford to go away? If I have the time and the money to get away, what's wrong with me getting away? That's what I'm hearing. It doesn't mean I'm guilty of anything. It just means I can get away. I have the money to get away. Which is weird. Okay, so what can we know about his energy Okay, so it's being said that he's the boy in the video that the girls kind of just get away from in the food truck video. So at that time, and I feel like I did this in my first video about this, because my first video I was really focused on the guy at the truck. So let's go back to, sorry, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Right now, the girls' memory, like the memory of the girls versus the boy who's in Africa, and then the energy between them. That is making me really uncomfortable. The Emperor. Which is really the same energy that was going on in the food truck video, because it was like they were trying to get away from him. Oh. Okay. Three of Swords reversed. And the Four of Pentacles. So his energy is that of authority. That of, it's my way or the highway. That of, I want to be in control of this environment, situation, people. The girls, the Three of Swords in reverse is representing the girls. They were trying to not show their discomfort and trigger a worse situation. They were trying, the main energy with the Three of Swords in reverse is releasing, let it go. So their energy towards him was let it go, let it just release. Let's flow over there and let him flow over there, just float away from each other. And then the Four of Pentacles is about a mix of insecurity and possessiveness. And that is the energy between them. However, we have the Emperor on this side, which is about control. And then we have the Three of Swords, which is about trying to release. So when we're talking possessiveness and insecurity, it's not coming from the side that's doing the releasing. It's coming from the side that wants control. So the control that this person felt over the girls was stemming from their own insecurity, and was something that was making the girls feel uncomfortable, because the person in this Emperor role had some kind of power over them, or they felt like there was some kind of overstepping of boundaries that they had to release themselves from. And it was stemming from insecurity, which points towards someone who likely, if someone thinks they're this Emperor and it's someone that they feel possessive over on the other end, and you get rejected, it's probably not going to go too well when you feel like you should have the control and you feel possessive over someone who is trying to release you. Okay. How can I do this? What was Jack? I'm not gonna be able to find it quickly. The one that's supposed to be in Africa. What was he doing when the murders were taking place? Five of Cups. Ten of Wands reverse. So I asked, what was he doing when the murders were taking place? And I got a card that is about regret, disappointment, grief, feeling abandoned or unloved, loss, mourning, discontent, sadness. And then we have the Ten of Wands in reverse, which is about lightening the load, freedom, releasing yourself of a burden. How was he doing that? How was he... Let's start with the first card. What was he doing at the time of the murders that made him feel regretful? That made him in a state of... The Lovers in reverse. Let's move on to the second card, and then we'll circle back. So what was he doing that was helping him with this reverse Ten of Wands energy? What was he doing to release the burden that he felt? Six of Pentacles in reverse. An imbalance, a one-sided... a one-sided debt. And it came out next to the Lovers in reverse. I mean, I knew this reading was going to be hard to do. Not hard, like difficult, hard, like I'm trying to not get emotional because I feel like I'm like getting very close to their energies, and it's a lot. There's like a lot going on. Okay, why did he go to Africa, or wherever he's at? What made him go there? Ace of Cups. High Priestess. He wanted to be away from where other people could see how badly he's freaking out. He wanted to put distance between him and the situation so that others could not face-to-face form an opinion of his emotions, or emotions that he may be trying to cover or hide or not have. It's like right before everyone started questioning, did he have something to do with it? Did he have something to do with it? It's like his gut feeling was, hey, I think this is about to turn on me somehow and I need to get out. Because this is the important part, I need to get out because I don't want other people to be able to witness how I'm handling this. Why did his parents, I mean, he's a young kid. I really doubt he just hopped on a plane to Africa by himself. He's in college, I think. Probably doesn't have his own money to fund an Africa trip in the middle of the school year. I don't know. Maybe he does. But anyway, I feel like I've read a couple times that like his parents either knew or booked it or something. I don't know. And I'm not trying to be combative or nasty, but like, what are his parents thinking? Like, what made them think, this is a good time for our son to take a trip to Africa? What's their thought pattern here? The Chariot, that's like almost like a confirmation to me. Okay, so the next card is going to be Two of Pentacles. They had to make a choice. They're trying to keep their family okay. They're trying to protect their family. So I said, what made the parents agree that this was a good idea? This was the confirmation. Chariot, yes, we're talking about going. They had to make a choice. Also, I said that they have likely a financial hand in him getting there. So that's the confirmation of that. And then the real reason is because they're trying to protect their happy family. They're trying to protect their family. It's as simple as that, huh? Do they have something that they need to protect the family from? That they, as in the parents, do the parents know? How can I word this? Is there something the parents know about that is making them feel like they need to protect the family? As opposed to just the pressure from the investigation. Okay, so the first part. Page of Swords, gossip. In reverse. Page of Swords in reverse. Knight of Cups, that's him. Queen of Pentacles, that's the mom. Okay, so essentially what I'm getting here is that the boy that's in Africa buttered up his mother's emotional side, but spoke to her logical and grounded mind. And his pitch to her was about the gossip. The gossip is overwhelming. The gossip, I can't handle the gossip. I need to get away. Can I just get away? Maybe they were planning a trip, maybe they weren't, but however the parents aren't involved in this, they think they're protecting him from the gossip. I would not say that he confessed anything to them. I do believe that he is buttering them up and pushing the whole, everyone's gossiping, I can't handle it, I'm so distraught, blah, 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 help me get away for a little bit. The Knight of Cups makes me a little worried because that's a very slow moving knight. And it makes me feel like, is he planning on staying there for a while? Because he didn't go slow. He was out the second he could, it seems like. So that would only leave staying there for some time, which what I'm gonna pull from this deck. I'm going to pull two from this side. It's the same deck, but it's really big, so I split it in half. I'm going to pull two from this side and two from this side and see what we get in terms of anything that police are focusing on or anything along those lines. Natural disaster. Natural disaster and body double / deep fake. Okay, so essentially what these two cards are saying to me is that, how I said in the beginning, they were focusing on something else that led them down a dead end. It's like they're now focusing on a different person than they were in the beginning. And it's almost like in the beginning, it was like, yeah, why would we not focus on that? Why would we not look into that person? But then they realized it was actually a dead end. And now they're focused elsewhere. School. And river. So I wonder if they're looking into, if I wonder how literal this is. Okay, so it could be that they're looking into a river as the place where the weapon was discarded. Or it could be everything is flowing more towards someone from the school when before it may not have been, at least in police's eyes. It's whatever way. So either they were looking at someone from the school before and now it's not someone from the school, or vice versa, but it's flowing away from what they previous thought, and it has something to do with the weapon used. Seven of Pentacles, Two of Cups. It seems like they were trying to push a theory that it was not targeted. And they were trying to push a theory that it may not have been as personal as it was. And I believe that that's because they were looking ahead and trying to not freak everybody out. And maybe that's kind of what got them stuck on whatever that dead end ended up being. But now they're realizing there's no other way around it than what it was, which was targeted. I did say in my previous video that I believe it was Kaylee that was targeted, and it does seem as though information has come out that her wounds were worse. So I do still believe that there was one target. I do still believe that there was one killer. I don't know if that person was home or was in the house before they got home or not. But I do believe that the person was hiding in the closet. So if they came in, it could be that they wanted to wait a little, make sure everyone was calm and awake. But for some reason, I feel so strongly that the killer was in that closet that's right outside of Ethan and Xana's room. I feel like I got more, like I just feel it. I just feel it in my bones. And it could have been that he came in after they got home and went into the closet to wait, to kind of feel out the situation. I just feel very strongly that he was coming out of that closet and made a noise, and that caused Ethan to kind of get up. And as I said, Ethan was found by the door, I believe. So that would fit into that. That being said, is there anything else that I haven't already listed in the previous videos that we can know about the crime scene in general? Ace of Wands reverse, about rejection, and Three of Pentacles in reverse. So Three of Pentacles in reverse to me here is working alone, not working as part of a team. And then we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, which is about rejection. So believe it or not, I feel like this literally, all it did was confirm what I was just saying, that I believe it's one killer. I believe it was targeted. I believe it was one main target. I believe he worked alone. I believe it stems from rejection. I had a feeling this was going to happen, where I'm not really feeling like I'm getting much here, because I feel like I've already gotten everything that I can on this case. I would say that I do think it's rather odd that the boy's in Africa. Even if they did have a plan to go there previously, I feel like under the circumstances that might have been better called off, especially if he is that boy in the video. That's all I'm getting. I don't want to like push it too far and try and like just fill in random useless information. I will look into one more aspect of it. If you didn't watch the previous, I think it's the second video. This is, I think, the third. So the second video that I did, and the one that has the picture of the blueprint, those are the two that really explain kind of what I'm referring to here if you didn't see them. Sorry, I'm still getting over being sick, so I'm a little on the slower functioning side right now. I do want to just look into, are the police going to make some kind of changes, announcement, move, something soon? Are they close? Are they what the general public would consider close? The devil. Something is preventing them from seeing it the way they need to. Knight of Pentacles. Should I say it? Hold on, let me pull a card to see if I should say it. Nine of Swords. Okay. I believe that the person that they are looking into the most has some kind of connection or power or authority, and they want to make sure that they have more than enough before they even burn that bridge in the first place. So it's either the person, I think it's more likely a direct connection to the person who did it. For example, parents. That's a good enough example, if you know what I mean. I believe that parents of the person who did it, or someone else very close, has some kind of connection that they feel they need to be very careful before stepping on the wrong person's toes. That could go many ways. It could be information that someone has over someone else. It could be a connection that they have. It could be a position that they hold. It could be a number of things. But there's some reason that they are being very tight-lipped, and I believe it's because they're making sure they have more than enough before they even show that they're looking into the person that they're looking into. Just gonna pull, oh, you know what? We're gonna do two more things really quick. I'm gonna pull, I'm feeling three, so I'm gonna pull three of these and see what we get. What do the police know that they're not telling us or can't tell us yet? So you know how like I kept saying, I feel like this is one's a confirmation when I pick up, okay, so I feel like this is the confirmation because we already know this, but the fact that this is the one that was chosen is obviously very telling. It says victim was stalked by killer. Now, I feel like this is very telling as well because it's one person. So it's also confirmation that I said, I believe there's just one main target. The stalking we already knew about, so this is nothing new, but it's, again, it's confirmation that the other cards that are about to come out are going to be accurate. Jealousy, an affair, or a love-related crime. There's 4 people in there, even though one's holding them up. This is the card that came out in my other reading that was from Ethan and Xana's energy. It was like, what would Ethan and Xana say or want to tell us? And it was this card. Okay, so last card. Oh my God, I just got teary. Take a closer look at one of the suspects. Wow. Okay, now we're just going to finish with, we did these cards for everyone else's energy that was involved. We did not do them for the boy who went to Africa. I'm sorry, I don't want to get his name wrong. It's either Jack or Jake. I want to say it's Jake. I don't know. The one who went to Africa. What is his current energy right now? Colorless angel. This is almost like presenting to the world like an angel, or presenting to the world one way, but actually feeling kind of quite dead inside. Feeling like all the light and life has been drained out of you. One more for his current energy. Anger and chains. So his current energy, he's angry, he feels trapped, he feels like the light has been shut off in his life, and he needs to present one face to the world that is not how he feels inside. Just out of curiosity, let's look at what was his energy, the boy who's in Africa, Jack or Jake. What was his energy an hour before the murders happened that night? Enchantress of the night. Secrets, vigilance, subterfuge. Downcast pride was the other card that came out. Secrets, vigilance, downcast pride. So he was trying to be secretive. He was trying to cross all of his T's and dot all of his I's. And he felt like his pride was injured. Pride was hurt. What was his energy? Let's skip ahead. What was his energy the hour after the murders happened? So the 4 students pass away, or the attack happens, at least the attack happens, the killer leaves, that's separate. What was Jake or Jack's energy, the one who's in Africa? What was his energy the hour after? Martyr. Matron of the blind. Honesty, shame, restitution. Oh, I knew this was going to be a hard one. Those are bloody hands. Honesty, shame, restitution. Matron of the blind. Like downcast pride. Why not me? Why not me? Are you blind? How can you How can you reject me? You can't reject me. Are you blind? That was an hour after. Okay, we knew this was coming. What was his energy? Jake or Jack, the one who went to Africa, what was his energy as the murders were taking place? Master of the Great Hunt. Authority, which ties back to that Emperor card that represented his energy. The Hunt. And natural balance. One more for his energy during when it was happening, when the attack was happening. Morgan Le Fay, the Witch of Ages, atonement, growth, and deceit. And it's a woman that's holding up a skull. This makes me feel like a person who would blame someone else for making them do something, for leaving them no other choice. Okay, I just thought of one more and then we're done. What is Jake or Jack's energy towards Kaylee? Sorry. Warden of Dis. Completion, support, expediency. Very, how can I put that? It's like a big guy with armor on and he's holding a little tiny blue butterfly. Like, he felt like she could have been a missing piece. And towards Madison. Fated to suffer. Wrong place, wrong time. Guilty by association in his mind. One of the two. Okay, I think that's all I'm going to get. I'm probably not going to do a follow-up one on this because I know there's a ton out there and I don't want to... There's a ton out there. I will do a reading if and when someone is arrested, hopefully sooner rather than later. I do think they're on to something, but I don't think they're there yet. I think there's more T's to cross and more I's to dot before they'll be comfortable burning the bridge that's going to be burned when they name an official suspect. We're looking for someone with some kind of connection, power, money, authority, or blackmail. And that can be anyone. It really can. I know that certain people are being said to have some kind of connection or authority, but when you add in that blackmail, it could be, that opens the door for it to be other people. However, we got what we got here tonight, and I'm comfortable with everything that I've said in this reading. I feel like something else at another point in the reading has confirmed it. So it makes me comfortable enough to post this and put it out there at this time.